What's going on, guys? Three Wheels on the Block back again. I've got a Suburban carryall right here. This thing's pretty nasty. But this is the green machine. And we're going to take this and make it look like new. Because this is getting ready to, well, I'll tell you guys in a minute. So this Suburban carryall is a replacement for what used to be the Trailblazer. You guys remember that, the whole hatch debacle? Yeah, I'll put a link up here or there of yeah, that whole thing. In case you guys missed that. Anyway, that's what this is. This is a replacement for the Trailblazer. Pick this guy up. Gonna pull the entire interior out because it's nasty. And there was a bunch of mold and mildew, and that's not safe for the family. So I'm gonna show you what I'm going to put back inside. So I have another Suburban here. It got hit pretty hard in the front. You can see all the front metal's gone. This wheel's turned all the way to the right. And this wheel's just barely turned to the right. So that tells you it got smacked pretty hard. You can also see the bumper. That's one portion of the bumper horn here. And the other bumper horn is tweaked back up into the grill and, or I'm sorry, into the radiator. And that there, show you how much of the frame was twisted. It actually cracked the frame right down there. So yeah, this one was done. Frame damage, no bueno. And you can see I've been busy. I've already stripped the entire interior out of here, minus that one panel over here. And the headliner, I'll pull the headliner last thing when I go to replace the headliner in the green machine you saw inside. So yeah, I hate to get you guys caught up in the middle of this job, but things have been a little busy. Actually been really busy, so I didn't have time to set up a camera. And I was working on this thing anywhere from 5 to 20 or 30 minutes at a time as time will allow. So work a little bit, run take care of something else. So all the interiors you see, the seats, all that stuff are gone. They're out of here. A couple pieces of plastic trim. We'll get those out and we'll pull the headliner last thing when we get ready to swap everything over. This one ended its life at 266,000 miles. But all the insides will live on to see another day, as well as the motor and transmission, because they were actually replaced right around the 200,000 mile mark, so they still got plenty of life left in them. Won't need any exterior panels from this thing, but we are going to take the running boards off. We'll use those, make it a little bit easier to get in and out of the vehicle for the little people. Probably take those wheels and tires in a little bit better shape. Alright, as you can see, this thing is pretty nasty. So that's why we're going to be using the other Suburban to get parts out of. Basically the entire interior, because this interior is in really, really rough shape. The seats actually up front, bad at the bottom. The tops aren't too bad, but yeah, it smells terrible. In fact, I did not get inside this vehicle for a few days. I took some heavy cleaner and sprayed over everything just to neutralize the odor and the mold and mildew so I could get in and work. And that was even with the respirator. So underneath the hood we have the 5.7 liter Vortec, no X, Vortec V8. It's one of my favorite powertrains. Reliable, gets the job done, all that kind of good stuff. And they usually go for several hundred thousands of miles as long as you change the oil and keep them happy. So looks like we have a new battery over there. I checked the oil, it looks pretty decent. Transmission fluid looks okay. We'll probably do a transmission fluid exchange and a filter, and go ahead and take care of an oil change. Of course, we're going to clean everything under this engine bay up because it's pretty nasty. I did find some paperwork inside the vehicle that indicated that it recently in the past few years had not just the battery replaced, it has a new radiator, radiator cap, upper and lower radiator hose, water pump, bypass hoses, new axle assemblies for the four-wheel drive up front, as well as a new power booster. You can see that back there, that's new. So pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. If you don't mind doing a little bit of work, you can usually find a pretty good deal on these older vehicles. And this one is no exception. Even the underhood light works. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Man. You know, newer cars don't have that because nobody works on under the hood of their car. They just take it to the dealer. Or to the shop. Alright, so that's the engine bay. Yeah, we will take care of swapping out this hose right here that's taped up, in case you guys were wondering about that. I don't know what the deal is. I'm assuming it's probably split. But we'll get that off the parts vehicle. And any other parts we need, we'll get out the parts vehicle as well. But this vehicle is straight. It does not have any body rust at all, which is excellent. That's one less thing I have to worry about. That's one reason I chose this one over some of the other ones that I looked at. Has one little place in the body back here. I got into something, I'm assuming was in the fender well and rolled up in here. We'll replace this piece of trim. Not really a big fan of it, but I'll take it off the parts vehicle and put that on there. We may do a little bit of correction on this dent. We'll definitely do some paint, or at least some primer here to protect the metal from going any further. That's just very minimal surface stuff there. All this is solid. All this is solid. It's solid everywhere. A lot of these I looked at were rusted out real bad in the wheel well area in the back, and for whatever reason this area right here on this panel seems to rust out really bad. So glad to find that it was solid. As far as that's concerned, get over here and take a look at the top. And there is a couple areas of concern up here. Nothing too major, just where it's been sitting. You can see the paint has cracked, starting to get some rust down in these areas, but no through rust. This is all still surface, so it will be simple enough to take care of, which is good. So I'll be looking at probably throwing some paint on the top of this thing. I think we're going to get away with just clear coat on the fender. I'm just sanding the top portion of the fender down up here to the corner, sand the rest of the clear off the hood, and I believe that we'll be able to just clear coat this and keep it rolling without having to put any more paint on. I will have to put paint on the top, obviously, because there's rust up there and there is no paint. But we'll try the clear on here and the top, and I'm going to use a couple different products. Alright, so I don't know what happened. I lost the audio for the rest of this clip, but what I was saying was I'm going to try a couple different clear coat products to take care of the clear on the vehicle that's missing. I've got a Rust-Oleum product, and of course the 2K clear I've used before, so we'll see what the difference in those are. Compare those two on the vehicles to be a good candidate for that. Aside from that, there's some couple minor other things we'll take care of, but I'll get to that in other videos as those things come up. Maybe do a little bit of work on cleaning up the headlights. Probably just replace those. They were pretty old. Looks like they're early for the OEM lights. And yeah, probably need a through wheels and a block license plate on the front of this thing too. Oh yeah, in case you were wondering about the Chevelle, yeah, as you can see it's been painted. There'll be a video coming out about that. Actually, that video already came out. That's right. So yeah, you saw the video. Not been doing anything, and no, nothing's touching it. Sitting there right beside it. Still gotta get it cleaned up and get it outside, but for now I've got some other things I gotta take care of. So that is the 97 GMC Suburban, aka the Green Machine. My name's Erwin. This is 3 Wheels in a Block. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.